So now it will start, but it's a little bit iffy, isn't it? Maybe the carbs need a good clean. Huh? Guys, in the comments, if you know better than me, what is the running in period? I don't know if it's done by mileage or by hours. I wonder what the piston running in period is. That to me sounded not too bad. What did you think?
It sounds bad.
Sounds like the carbs need a good clean, I think. And they get off, I can take them off in seconds. So I think I'm going to get a little bit of extra fuel, top it up. I'm going to give them a quick clean. I'm going to give them a thorough clean actually. And let's go from there. Let's go from there, and then we'll run it again. When I just checked the fuel tap, one of the sides was flowing better than the other side, so I gave the tap a good clean, and we're back to where we are. So I think one of the fuel flow was very was low, and that was causing intermittent running issues. I've had issues with taps on this bike from day one, funny enough. It's a bit of a pain. Let me fire it up and see if it sounds a bit better. It might fire on its own battery briefly, but let's just see. Are we all in here? I'm going to leave it sit for 5 minutes. Let's see if one side starves or not. But I gave the tap a clean. The second fuel flow was better.
Maybe you need the idle bit.
Idle for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not going to film the whole thing. I just want it to sit there, heat up, let the rings bed in, 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. I think next week though, I'll be cleaning that carb thoroughly, just so we know the carbs, just so we know it's okay. And then again, I don't know, I'll probably give it a test run next week and see how it feels out on the road. and it'll probably be firing up over the next few weeks and bedding it in like this, and then doing a new compression test. I mean, we'll know how it feels, we'll know how it idles, we'll know how it starts. To me, Rajab, this seems much better. Seems much better than before. So I might have got lucky here, guys. So what it's kind of doing at the moment is it runs for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then it quite abruptly stops. Now I checked and there is fuel in both sides. Hang on a minute, have I turned the fuel off? That would explain why it's... Bloody hell, the fuel is off, Rajab. That would explain why it abruptly stopped there. I ran the fuel through. So let me switch the fuel back on and let's see if we get the same thing happen. So it was running 3, 4, 5 minutes. I'll control the throttle and then it abruptly stops. Let's see if we can see if that happens. If it doesn't and I get 4, 5, 6 minutes out of an idle, then we know we're looking good. Fuel back on. What? Yeah, it's full of, yeah, it's got fuel in there. Alright, let's see if it does that abruptly stopping thing. See, quite abruptly stops, and then I you know.
Two carbs were warming up, Charlie.
No, but that weird, even with throttle, and there's fuel in the bowls. Look.
So what's wrong with this? Pistons?
It could be over fueling. Fuel could be going in, or I don't quite know if I'm being honest, Roger. Yeah, both bowls are full of fuel. I'm not quite sure actually what can cause that. It's quite an abrupt stop. It's like it loses spark. I have disconnected the battery by then, so it could be a battery issue. I'll take the battery home and charge it. And next week I'll give the carbs a good thorough clean. I think that's it. I think I've run it quite a lot really. I've run it for maybe 20 minutes on idle and just above idle overall. I may do it a couple of more times today just to keep it, just to get them rings moving. The abrupt stopping, I'm not quite sure what that is, if I'm being honest. Even holding the throttle, you can't keep it. What I might do eventually is a 2-into-2, some sort of fuel system that takes both taps and distributes the fuel evenly between both carbs. That way if one's working better, which it did earlier, it wouldn't matter. I might look into that. And then I don't know really. I don't know what would cause that sudden stop really. Maybe a good carb clean next week. Some fresh fuel. Maybe that's the way forward, Rajab. I'll let it cool down. I'll run it again. I'll get them bedded in rings. We'll do another compression test over the next week or two as well.